Okay, welcome all. And so remember last tutorial we ended up with our georeferenced topo map. And it's all within our lab exercise 2 folder. So you want to make sure and you save your work. So I'm going to save. We'll call it exercise 2. Saving it as a KMZ, and so the KMZ means it'll take all of the different layers and put them into one single file for us. I'm going to save it in my same folder that I've been saving everything else, because when you're doing a GIS project you want to keep everything together. So save. Okay, so now I've got this saved. So now anything I do that might mess it up, I can always go back to my saved version. Okay, so now that we've got this topo map, we want to be able to add a layer from online and a layer from our own collection. So I collected data with my cell phone, and so you folks can, there's a bunch of different apps that you can get data for your cell phone. You can also add data yourself using polygons or lines and things like that. I'm going to show you a few different ways to add your own data. And so, okay, first we will go, I collected my file or my data as a GPX file. So I emailed that to myself and then I downloaded it onto this computer. So I want to go ahead and open that. So here is my GPX data. And so this is just saying, okay, convert the GPX data into Google Earth language. So KML is Google Earth language. So say okay. And here's my track. And so do pay attention that it's put it into my temporary places. I don't want that. I want it up in my actual. So I want it up into my actual exercise folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, I'm going to say get info. On Windows it'll say properties. And so I want to style this a little bit. So I don't want it blue, I want it red so it'll stand out more. I want to decrease the opacity so it's nice and dark. Okay. And I'll increase its width a bit. Okay. So there we go. I've styled my GPS track a bit. Now, let's say you didn't collect GPS data. Let's say instead you were wanting to do some heads-up digitizing. I'll show you what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the topo map for the time being. So let's go in. Let's say you wanted to make a polygons of the parking lot. So add polygon, parking lot. Oops, sorry. Let me delete that layer. Okay, so add polygon, again, parking lot. Now I've got these crosshairs here, right? So let's say I want to outline this parking lot. I can do so with my polygon tool. Okay. And as usual, I can change the color. Let's go with black. let's do a little bit of opacity here. Let's make it a little transparent. Oh, sorry, that's the line. So I need to go down to the area, black. Let's make it a little transparent. And then this is something else I want to show you. So let's say I want to make another polygon. I can't actually do that, right? So in Google Earth, if you wanted to make a whole layer of parking lot polygons, in Google Earth you've got to make them one polygon at a time. So let's say here's some other parking lots. You know, parking lot 2. So okay. So now we've got parking lot 1 and parking lot 2. It won't let me select both at once. That's interesting. Okay, so let's put our GPS tracks back on there. Okay. So anyway, that's how you add your own data. So if you're interested in either, oh, sorry, one more thing I want to show you is if you wanted to add a track. So let's say you wanted to digitize this road, then you should add a track here, road, and we'll start digitizing here. Again, I'm not being very careful. This is just to show you folks. Okay, so road, and let's give this yellow, and we'll give it a width of 6. Okay, so anyway, you're starting to get the idea, right? That there's a few different ways to add your own data. Some of the ways that we've talked about just now are adding GPS data from your own GPS, adding line data, adding polygon data. And we'll talk more about adding these points when we talk about adding pictures. So anyway, I wanted to show you this to you folks, and we'll talk more about adding a layer from online in the next tutorial.